Hello everyone, my name is Elle and thank you for joining me for palette bingo with the My Vita Loca palette from Kat Von D. That's why I don't have all of my makeup done, because I am going to be choosing some random colors from this palette and seeing what kind of look I can come up with. I had mentioned in my last Project Pan Porn update that I had watched Lauren May Beauty do these palette bingo videos, and I was thinking about maybe doing something with this palette, but then I was a little nervous about it, and Lauren actually suggested doing a collab with her, and I was really excited, and of course that made it a lot easier for me, and it made it a lot harder for me to back out because sometimes I find videos like this kind of scary. So I'm really grateful to Lauren for doing this with me. I'm sure you guys are already familiar with her channel, but if you are not, you should definitely go check her out. She is a professional working makeup artist, and she is truly gifted when it comes to her makeup application. I always get so much inspiration from watching whatever looks she's come up with, because she uses a lot of color as well, and it's really inspiring me. So she's just a one-of-a-kind, absolute talent, and she tells it like it is, and I really love her videos. So if you're not already watching her, I really would highly suggest you guys go check her out. So anyway, with the My Vita Loca palette, we decided to choose 4 shadows from this full palette as opposed to the typical 5 with palette bingo, because B-I-N-G-O, 5 shadows. We decided to go with 4 just in case we got all colors, because we thought if we got 5 of these colors it might just be a little too much. So we're starting with Anthem as number 1. That's that dark purple shade, going from Muse all the way around back to Love, and Love is that pale shimmery pink shade next to Anthem, so that's number 17. And then we go into the inner circle. We're starting with Strutter, so that'll be shadow 18 all the way over to Vox, and that's shadow 24. So just so you guys know where we're choosing from. Lauren usually uses random.org on her phone, so that is what I'm going to do as well. Normally I'm really old school with stuff like this, and I probably just have like numbers written on a piece of paper and drawn out of a hat. That's how old I am. Anyway, I've got the random number generator on my phone right now. I will show you guys. It is set, the minimum is 1, the maximum is 24, so it will generate a number somewhere between 1 and 24. So, alright, are we ready? The first shadow is going to be number 1. Well, okay, number 1, that's Anthem. So Anthem, that's number 1, and generate the second option, number 13. That's Harpsichord. So that is this shadow right here. Well, okay. The third shadow is number 9, and that is the green shade down here called Vinyl. So I've got vinyl swatch there. It's kind of an interesting color combination. And the last shadow is number 8. And 8 is another green shade. That is this one here called Misfit. So there you have it. Those are the 4 shadows that I'm going to be creating a look from. Never a combination I ever would have picked myself, so this is going to be really interesting. So I'm skipping eye primer, but I'm first just going to take Lyric and just put Lyric all over my lid, because Lyric is a shade that's close to my skin tone, and I just want to get rid of any of that discoloration. I already have a little bit of foundation still on my lid from when I put my foundation on, because I normally wouldn't do that. I normally use eye primer, but this is something different. So I'm going to do the tape method because I think I really want something kind of crazy and structured. So I just lined the tape up with the outer corner of my eye. You don't have to use tape. I know some people will use any kind of other straight edge, like a business card or a credit card or something like that. People also freehand it, and just clean stuff up afterwards. But I find that I can never get anything quite as sharp if I'm freehanding. I usually get like a softer, more blown out sort of angled wing as opposed to like just the sharp from the tape. So I just took Anthem, the deep purple shade, and I'm putting it on the outer half of my lid. And I don't have a transition shade or anything like that. This is just the shadow I'm going in with. I really don't have a whole lot to talk about in terms of just chat. Today was a long day. I was home looking after my son. He was sick. He's still not feeling the greatest. We had to take him to his doctor's appointment, and it was a long day for everyone. So I'm feeling kind of tired, and I'm not feeling the greatest again, still. I just don't feel 100% So once I'm content with the amount of purple I have, I'm going to take Misfit, so that green shade there, and I'm going to place that on the rest of my lid. I feel like this is sort of like super villain makeup. What comic book? Is it the Joker? That's green and purple. So I'm just blending back and forth, bringing the green to the purple. I would love to make like palette bingo a regular thing. If I could do it more often. I just really want to do more makeup videos because I enjoy watching them. They're probably some of my favorite videos to watch. And I'd say that they're definitely my favorite videos to watch. The really well done makeup tutorials. There's just something so satisfying about watching people put on makeup. And it's not even that I necessarily learn a whole lot from them. It's just, they're fun to watch. And I would love to be one of those people. I was thinking about starting to do it for like Instagram or something. But even that makes me nervous. There are a lot of mean people in the world, and unfortunately it stops me from doing some of the stuff that I want. I just feel like I'm an easy target for criticism. Maybe it's how I view people, and that I don't view people as like followers and subscribers. I generally view people as like friends, so maybe that's why it affects me more than it does other people. And some stuff is, you know, necessary, and some stuff is just like, it just feels like nitpicking. I'm just going to take a clean blending brush now and really just run between the green and the purple. I'm going to take Vinyl now, the more lime green shade, and pop it in the inner corner. I don't know how much of a distinction there's going to be between Vinyl and Misfit though. It does look sort of radioactive. Okay, so I'm going to take the tape off now and we'll see. I don't do this when I have foundation on already, so it's usually a lot easier to clean up and a lot less messy. So I did get quite a bit of fallout, so I'm just going to clean that up really quick. So I just brushed it away with a fluffy powder brush. I'm just taking a little bit of this potted concealer from Anastasia because there's a little bit of redness from where I had the tape. So normally I wouldn't have to go in with concealer. This is where I would go in with my base makeup. And I'd just put foundation on and it would, because my face would have already been clean, so I could have just used like a makeup wipe or something to completely clean everything up. So harpsichord then. I am just lightly placing it underneath. And then I'm just going to take some more of Vinyl. And I am putting more Vinyl up my lid as well as at the bottom. I don't have a very good setup either for these kind of videos, which is probably why it's also not my favorite thing to do right now. I'm not quite sure what other people do for setups. I've been looking at things, but nothing ever really works with the layout of my room. Because I really need something where I can have like a table in front of me, so I can have like a mirror and stuff on it, so that I can be looking at the mirror while I do stuff, as opposed to holding the mirror up to like here. Because then I forget about the camera. And then when I go back and look at some of the footage, then I see like how much of my face was covered. So there was a little bit of fallout from harpsichord as well, so I'm just gonna brush that away. I really like Vinyl in the inner corner. I think that there's a lot I'd be able to do with that in like more wearable looks, because this is kind of crazy and I feel like I have to go the crazy route with this kind of an eye look. So a look like this I think definitely calls out for some false eyelashes. And first I'm just putting on a little bit of this black gel liner. This is from Maybelline. If anybody has any good recommendations for a liner brush, let me know, because I've tried so many and I don't like any of them. This is just one from the Sephora brand. It's a pointed liner brush, but I don't find any of them are like thin enough or sturdy enough. So I did end up winging it a little bit, the look and the liner. And by wing a little bit, I mean I wanged a lot. Wanged? Wow. This is why I don't do videos like this. I'm also a lot more creative when I'm just like by myself listening to music. So I'm going to be using these false eyelashes from House of Lashes and the Sephora collection. I believe these are everlasting. I think that they don't exist anymore though, but they just have a slight wing to them. So we'll see if that helps a little bit. Even following the line, I just feel like it looks a little intense, but Maybe that's what I could go for. I did forget mascara, so I'm going to throw that on really quickly. Told you these videos make me nervous, and then I just forget everything. I'm not normally this out of place, I swear. But it's weird, I just don't even feel like myself when I do videos like this. I just feel very awkward. Don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. I never used to have a problem doing videos like this. It's only been recently. I'll have to go back and look at some of the ones that I've done more recently and see if there was like some incident in the comments that have freaked me out. Because sometimes I don't realize that until I go back and I look at comments and like videos and I'm like, oh, that's why I stopped doing that, or that's why I stopped doing this, was because of stuff people said. And it sounds kind of silly, but if you make videos you might know what I mean when you get people who just like, they find every single flaw and they don't have a problem pointing it out to you. And some of them are things you can't fix. And then sometimes I found myself like trying too hard to cave to everyone's wishes, and everybody wants something that's different. And then most of those people end up just leaving anyway. Like there's been people who I've fully incorporated all of their requests, either 100% or like the best that I could, and they still, I've obviously unsubscribed because I never see them comment anymore. I'm going to do an L-Tells on all that really soon. I just really wanted to talk about some of the YouTube stuff, but I don't know, I always get nervous about L-Tells recently too, because people tend to get really angry. And it sucks that I feel like I can't really say anything, although it doesn't matter. My videos get like a disproportionately high amount of dislikes on them. And I just wish people would have the balls to say what bothers them instead of just like thumbs down a video. So lashes definitely make everything better. I'm not super crazy about this look for sure. This is a NYC lipstick in Peach Fuzz because I wanted something a little bit orange. I have this Z palette with some Makeup Geek blushes, so I'm going to do orange there as well. I thought about doing purple, but I wanted to bring out a little bit more of the orange. And the Kat Von D Alchemist palette, the green for sure. The green highlighter definitely adds to the whole supervillain. I feel like I need some sort of a costume that has these colors in it, green and purple and orange, and I'm going to go defeat some bad guys and try and take over the world. So this is kind of weird. Not my best work, I will say, and when I get too many colors, obviously I don't quite know how to deal with them. I think if I just had the purple and the green, it would have been fine. The orange kind of threw me, so I just sort of did the thing you're not supposed to do and just throw it on somewhere. But I hope you guys enjoyed this a little bit. I know that I wasn't super chatty in this video, but maybe I'll loosen up and I'll do more. So let me know if you would like to see more videos like this, and I will definitely try and incorporate more in the future. So like I said, these things make me a little bit nervous, and I can tell I'm not my normal self in these videos, so if you do want to see more like this, let me know. I think that the support and knowing I have support would help a lot in terms of inspiring me to do these and make me feel more comfortable in doing them. So I'll leave it up to you guys, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to go check out Lauren's channel and her video. I'm really excited to see what she comes up with, so I'll see you over there, and I hope I will see you in my next video. Bye.